Now, Israel has freed 369 Palestinian prisoners in the largest such release since the truce began. This comes after Hamas released 3 more Israeli captives from Gaza in the latest exchange following tense negotiations. At least 4 prisoners were taken to the hospital for treatment. With the ceasefire still fragile, negotiations continue to determine the fate of more captives on both sides. My colleague Ghazali joins us with more details. Before that, let's quickly listen in to some reactions coming in on this development.
يوم أحلى يوم في العالم، اليوم خلقت على وجه الدنيا. أنا كنت ميتة في حياتي، ما إلي حياة غير أولادي. لما شفت ابني ردت لي الروح، ردت الروح علي والحياة.
I'm relieved that the ceasefire continued to hold in Gaza and that more hostages held in Gaza have been released earlier today. And I call once again for the release of all the hostages held in Gaza and for all the parties to fulfill their obligation, hoping that after the first stage of the ceasefire, we will be able to go into the second and then to the third stage of the ceasefire. A return to an all-at-war situation with a total sealing of the Gaza Strip would be an absolute disaster for the population there, and obviously operating would become absolutely impossible.
My colleague Ghazali joins us with more details. Ghazali, now this seems to be again, after tense negotiations, a move forward because it's also the largest amount of prisoners that have been released by Israel.
Yeah, certainly. It appeared as if Mr. Trump and Mr. Netanyahu will, as they said, that all hell will break loose if Hamas doesn't release all the hostages on Saturday. But Hamas did release 3 as it was promised or scheduled as per the ceasefire deal. So now the ball is in Israel's court, as Mr. Trump put out on his social media account, Truth Social, yesterday, that as per the ceasefire deal, Hamas had released 3 hostages, so it all looks good. But if Israel still wants to revive the war, or resume the war, to say, it can still go ahead and United States will stand by Israel. Now, this appeared as if that on this Saturday, Hamas will be pressured to release all the hostages. That didn't happen. Perhaps the negotiators in Egypt and Qatar did work overtime, ensured that Mr. Trump, Mr. Netanyahu, as well as Hamas people or the stakeholders in Hamas continue to abide by the ceasefire, and that is why all the 3 hostages were released. Many more have to be released every Saturday as per the ceasefire deal. So as of now, it appears that ceasefire deal is operational. It is still in the works and it has not broken down.